Are you guys ready? Hello. I'm never live this late on a Sunday especially, but also I'm never live this late anyways. But here we are. Welcome on in. Hello, gamers. I don't know if I turned cranks my music up so loud. Hello. How did Pierre's wife celebrate the last Feast of the Winter Star? She went Carolyn. That's so cute. Ryan, what the? Ryan, what the fuck? Thank you for the 20 gifted. Hello? PogChamp though? Yeah, PogChamp, true. I got a cute outfit on today. Can I show you my outfit? I've been in this outfit all day. Although I had that like Stardew Valley sweatshirt on earlier, and I looked like ass because I was not expecting to go live earlier. But here we are. But now we're actually live and we're ready. I got a cute little skirt on. Look at this. Fit check. Fit check. Look at how cute this skirt is. It's like an athletic skirt. There's shorts on underneath, fuckers. So don't worry. But look, it's so fun. Are you guys ready to become friends with everybody? Oh shit. That was my one F-bomb. Oh no! No! It doesn't count. I'll cut this part out of the VOD. It'll be fine. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't come out. How is everybody's weekend? I hope everyone has had a wonderful time. I was like super tired right before this. Restart stream for another maybe. I was like super tired up until this point. And now that I hit live, I'm like, it's go time, baby. The subtitles are so off. Oh, they are always so off. It's so unfortunate. Hang on. Maru's mom has got it going 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 on. True. Facts. Thank you for the 125 bits, Jake. I appreciate it. Lee Chat, thank you for the 100 earlier. And Ryan, again, thank you for the 20 gifted. Those are too kind to me.
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
That is a sorry Lee? What do you mean sorry Lee? What the fuck did you do?
Was looking at her. Fuck. Shawty got low.
Ryan, what the F? Close your wallet.
Baggy sweatpants.
Holy cat. What the hate?
Reeboks with the
Sub?
strap.
What the hate? What the hate did he do?
And give that big booty a slap. And I
Right, are you the
thought to
new Nancy?
myself,
Ooh, we got
"Shawty
Nancy.
got low."
Oh goodness. I think he's just going long. Oh, that's fine. Oh, because he didn't get Jody. After I straight up told Devin. I said, Devin, okay, friendship first, meme later. Like, we've seen a pattern this entire time. Thank y'all. Mel, thank you for another 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. And Ryan, thank you for the additional 10 gifted subs. Close your wallet, bestie. Thank you so much for the level 7 hype train. Holy cow. Diggity, thank you for the bit as well. After I literally told Ryan... Not Ryan. After I literally told Devin, friendship first, meme later. Because we've seen a pattern this whole entire time where people are like, oh, I have more time. Like, I can take my time with it. And then they're like sprinting at the last minute in like the last 30 minutes to like try and get from like 2 hearts to like the full 10 hearts in like 20 minutes. So I won't be doing that. I will be friendshipping first and then I feel attacked. That was literally everybody. It wasn't just you, Lee Chan. It was Devin who's doing it right now. I could think of several more people, but I'll keep my mouth shut. Sorry, I had to play at Summer Spangles. Okay, if y'all have not been keeping up with the marathon this weekend, one, you missed out. Because it's been a lot of fun. But also, two, Ethan literally planted like 180 Summer Spangles for me to gift Caroline. There's no reason why, because that's a lot. I don't think I'll need that many, but here we are. Here we are. Ryan, thank you for another 5 gifted subs. If y'all have gotten gifted a sub here tonight, I hope y'all enjoy your new sub badges and your new emotes out here. I truly appreciate it. I don't have the sub goal up right now, but we're pretty close to hitting it. We'll say that. So I appreciate it. There were so many Summer Spangles. Yeah, there's a lot of Summer Spangles. There's a lot of Summer Spangles in that moment there. Plenty extra so you can egg her. So I can egg. What do you mean I can? You can't put Summer Spangles in a slingshot, can you? Asking for a friend. Asking for a friend. I don't think you can. You can try. You can put an egg in a slingshot. I do know that. That is for a fact. And then you have extra gifts. That is true. I can't do that. I could, but I'm not going to. Scotty has something that he's planning on doing next. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna be trying to get more gifts for him for the wizard as well too. Because he needs some solar essences. So I might be doing a little bit of mining. My favorite things, you know. And then I might try and decorate the farmhouse. Are we keying the town? Yes, I want to key the town. So I might try and do one of those quests too. So. Anyways, lurk. Ryan, enjoy your lurk. Thank you. Thank you for your kind generosity. That was way too much. Thank you, though. I'll be messaging you later to talk academic stuff. I don't know if I will respond because I will be barely awake until like 2 a.m. again tonight. Let's not ask how my sleep schedule is right now. It's so bad. It's not funny. It's so bad. We're just gonna ignore that. So it sounds like vandalism, TBH. It's fine. My sleep schedule is in hell, literally. Thankfully, I can sleep a little bit Tuesday. Can't really sleep tomorrow too much because I have to go back to work. Oh, which, speaking of, my like last official full time of work was on Friday. It was really great. I was there for 2 hours, and then I came home and I did the the friendship marathon stuff. So there you go. And now we're here. And now I am officially part-time before I become a professor. Oh, Devin sent it to me. It'll save me. So I decide to be happy. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Let me do this. Happy. Face on down, down. Burns. And I try. And I cry. Okay, my animation canceling is on. We're good. Good. I'm in steady as the seasons. Okay, I am going to turn this off for now. So, Jody is maybe not at 10 hearts, by the way. emote where? Sorry, I can add it. Give me a second. I was adding so many during Joe's section because you guys were like all using some of Joe's emotes and I don't have all of them. I got it here. You can have it. I got you. Okay. Because I didn't have all of them. And so I had to like, I was like quickly like, I saw they were like using like blessers in full caps. And I was like, shit, I gotta add that one. So there we are. Alrighty, we're not waiting for Devin. Woo! Jake, thank you for gifting us up to Pokimane. I can't wait for Pokey to come in and hang out with us one of these days. Also, for anyone that is new here and does not know me already, hi, my name is Lee. My pronouns are she, her. I ran this shit. I ran this along with Jess, the Valiant Son. So, here we are. She's at 8 hearts, Devin. 8 hearts. Devin, are you for real? Hi, Lex. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Goodness gracious. Devin passing off the lead, literally. Oh no, organized. If she was a bachelorette, it'd be acceptable, but no. Mo cake, mo hearts. Devin, organize. But we have a shed. Devin, did you touch my squid? If you touch my squid, I will scream. That's the one thing that I need. What squid? I have squid. There's so many squid. Okay, I'm getting started. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm here now. Hi, Gabby. Oh, did you need that squid? It's probably in the fish chest. Did you at least label them? How am I gonna know what it is? Did you label them? Why? I feel like I'm walking. Oh, because I was playing on my modded file. Fish chest is the blue one? Okay. First of all, let's take care of this. And we're gonna drink this. And we're also gonna do this. It's a fabled 20-something yourself. Thank you. Watch your eyes. Thanks. Okay, you cleared all those chests out. Let's see what this organization looks at here. Okay, there's my squid. Thank you. Okay, that's a hat chest. And it's spring 1. Okay, so I can at least get Pierre's birthday. I don't know if I'll be able to get, when is Pierre's birthday is the question, because I don't know off the top of my head. Spring 26. But I will not be able to get Caroline's birthday, unfortunately. Why do we have... You're invited to my pity party. But welcome on in. Thank you for the 100 bits, Lee Chat. How did Pierre's wife celebrate last Feast of the Winter Star? She went Carolyn. There you go. Thank you so much. Fake Pierre fan? I'm okay with being a fake Pierre fan. I don't think I want to be a real Pierre fan. Who got the legendary fish? That's a good question. I don't know. Wow, guess who didn't watch? I was watching. No TTS on today. I just forgot to open it. It's okay. Okay, there's Void Essence. Oh, Sugar Shack. Well, first of all, we don't need any of that. Here, give me this. We're gonna need that. Let's grab this. Not here. No, red is apparently food. I need, we're grabbing those, thank you. Grabbing that. Where's my fried calamari? And then Caroline, I want a fish taco. I can take the tea. And I can also take the obscene amount of summer spangles. Actually, no, I don't want to give her any tea or this either. We'll hang on to that. And I want this squid. Okay. What's up, Smillings? This is my faves playlist. Oh, no. Oh, that's your playlist. Oh, okay. Okay. That's good enough for now. Alrighty, it's 8 a.m. What do we gotta do? Okay, did you feed them? Looks like no. 602 void eggs. Spangles were in the greenhouse last time, but I don't remember. They should still be in the greenhouse. I don't think. But I hit reset. Oops, yeah. It's fine. You think that'll be enough? Let's see. Let me grab the hay. Why? What the? Why isn't the tab working? What'd you do to it? There we go. We're back to normal. There we go. It's set to L. You can change it back. Goodness. Let me do that. Where is the hay? The 4 owlies is really good. It's really, really good luck, if I do say so myself.
Thank you, Grandma.
Oh my goodness! Hi, Mix Math. How was your stream? I hope it went well. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Also, I think I said this earlier. I can never remember. Welcome on in. My name is Lee. My pronouns are she, her. I play a lot of Stardew Valley out here. I'm one of the organizers of this event alongside the Valiant Sun. And it's been really, really fun this weekend. So I hope everyone has been able to enjoy. I have Pierre and Caroline, who I'm trying to what's it called? Trying to befriend. And we're gonna try our best. I didn't even talk to him. Come here, Caroline. I know you're in the kit. Where is she? You seem like a very nice person. Looks can be deceiving. How rude. She in here? Where is she? I can instigate. You instigated me, but not like that. Not by saying I was a mean person. You were a mean person. Where the hell is Caroline? She in her tea room? In my fingertips. Where is... Oh, there she is. Okay, she came out of her tea room. You're giving this to me? I'm speechless. I wish Abby wouldn't spend so much time in her room. Yeah. Me either. Same. Alrighty. So we gifted on a Monday. We'll skip till Thursday. At the door. And I'll go from there. Why no mushroom hat? Because I want a different hat. Don't forget Jody. Oh. Do you already gift Jody twice this week already or no? Intimate again. You heard? Okay, you gifted her once. I'll gift her on the next day. When wearing the mushroom hat, you have to talk like Toad. There's another one? We have 5 owl statues? Holy cow. Oh wow, the farm is looking nice. It's more cleared than before, that's for sure. This is quite rude. Look at all this debris. What year are we in? That's a good question. I have no idea. I didn't even look. Cool. We have hella mega bombs. I found that out as well. Bum ba da ba da ba 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 do 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 do. This is the real hat, gamers. This is the good hat. It was year 11. Solid. Love that for us. Hell yeah, brother. Kekona. Woo! Alrighty. I need a pumpkin for Caroline. I need some... Oh, I need sashimi. Hang on. Caroline? Let me go this way. Just checked. Yes, it is year 14 now. Love it. Okay, give me one of those. I'm thinking to figure out how I'll have it. And I think... Holy cow, I almost just died. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing a pumpkin. I need a pumpkin. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I coughed. I'm sorry. I choked on Arctic vibes. It's like berries is what it is. Like Glacier Gatorade. I mean, yeah, that checks out. To where I got to be. Thanks, bestie. No problem, Pierre. Alrighty, Caroline and Pierre. There we go. Also, hi, Shy. Can you do me a favor? What do you need, Devin? Can you riz up Jody for me? Yeah, I can because I can happily take over since you didn't get the job done. Every time you think that, I want you to look at the farm. Mm-hmm. What was the point of this? What was the point of this weekend? Friendship. What did you not fully accomplish? Friendship. I stayed farm and clean. Okay. Okay. Devin organized for the first time at the worst time, at the end of the marathon. What is the meaning of this weekend? The friends you let it down along the way. I've noticed a lot of people didn't get it though. We should have organized. But also, we should have, there's like a, not, okay. Not the friends you let down along the way. So. I made one especially for fish. There was one that was just filled with fish already. Thank y'all for follows as well. I really appreciate it. Alright, this is for Scotty. I don't have to do any research collecting. And I feel it in my heart, in my hips. What was I doing? Oh, I want to go to Ginger Island as well today. We're good here. Oh no, I was looking for the bombs. Bum, 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 bum. That's good. I appreciated the workbench chests. Yeah, me too. That were right there. That Devin blew up the workbench of. That were like entirely unused. Yeah. Stand by you. Uh-oh. Oh, that's gonna hit this. I'm so sorry. Let me hold on to this. I don't want to lose it. Cow, I'm so sorry. Watch out. First one to die by accidental death. I think Scotty is sorted in wood. Oh yeah, no. I'm just cleaning this part of the farm. For all other purposes. Who is Scotty? Owl Squire. He is next after me. Actually, no, I will leave. I'm gonna leave the land urchin. SMH cousin? Urchin. Yeah, Lurchin. I'm Scotty. Yeah, there you go. True. There's 2 land urchins over here? Holy cow. Alrighty, we gotta go. It's 9 a.m. We speed running. Let's go. What do we even name the horse? Who named the horse? Who named the horse? They named it suddenly. I did? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That horse was already there before you got to it. Don't even think about it, Devin. I did. Did you not watch? Abby definitely did. Okay, she should be at 9 now. Yeah, there you go. I did. Thank you so much, chat, for naming the horse. That Devin definitely did not name, so. Let's go! Oh, we get high with Caroline. I've been meaning to show you this. It's my private sunroom. So what do you think? Shit. What am I supposed to say to her? Sugar Shack. This is 2 hertz. Oh, it's got no effect on friendship. Oh. Oh, but you're a professional. For me, it's just a hobby. Oopsies. I accidentally clicked on it. My bad. And it's a perfect place to drink my homegrown tea. Here, let's have a cup. What if I were to say no? I love to come in here for a fresh cup of tea every day. It's my little ritual. Let me try to explain. When I'm alone with relaxing tea, my mind is empty and free to wander. Who knows what might appear? I hope that makes sense. Life can be pretty hectic, so having a hobby like this is nice. Feel free to come here and relax anytime you want, okay? Tea! Mookie! Okay, come here, Caroline. But try, won't you give? Alrighty, back to clearing the farm. I got you. It was just turned down like hella low. Has Jake's tree been replanted? No. Most certainly not. I don't think so, unless this is it. I don't know what that tree is. Is that a peach tree? I'm trying to also clear this for Scotty. Because Scotty needs purple mushrooms. And where do purple mushrooms grow? Over here. So, it's an apple tree? Just give yourself. Alrighty. If it's an apple tree, if it's been replanted as something else, I take no responsibility. That's fine. I don't think we need any more trees than that. I mean, I might try and, like, make an orchard or something with all the trees, but, I'm trying to be efficient first and then, do everything else after. Weird? What do you mean weird? Do you know when you invite Linus to live on your farm contract, you do not lose any points? Because you're already maxed out. You wouldn't have lost any points for you, Devin, because you're already maxed out. Unless you did lose points and you're lying. So. Didn't mean to do that. Cause I like I do. No, they said that I lost points, so I alt-F'd forward. All one color in gold, yes. Happy Friendathon! Amy, thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. Ooh. Passing me by, but Happy Friendathon. Also, today is like, it's like International Friendship Day, which we definitely planned. So, 1000% definitely planned. So. Which is super cool and super fun. Rolling back up because of you. Oh wait, no, I need those. So I gotta put those back. For everybody else. God, I love friendship. Me too! You think we have enough? I'm facing the wrong way. It's fine. Okay, there's a couple of mushrooms there, but we could use some more. Okay, there we go. Friendship! Thank you all so much for the follows as well. I really appreciate it. My friends made me some margs. Love that for you, Drew. Pop off. They're from San Diego. Look at all that forage already spawning on the left side of the farm. Looks great. Actually looks so good now. It does. When I woke up in a car. Okay, the wizard's birthday is in winter, so goal is to not go all the way to winter. Oh, I saw this guy live recently. He is old, but still good. Andrew Man in the Wilderness. I got yous. Yes, he is good. This is the guy. I have seen him 5 or 6 times live. I was a big fan for the longest time. Sounds. Fire emoji, fire emoji. Can I get a spam of just 3 fire emojis, please? That was one of the other big memes of this weekend, is YouTube chat. Love YouTube to death, you know. We love our YouTube friends. Their emotes, I'm sorry, homies. Not as good as Twitch's. They do have nails. I gotta say, they do have nails. I don't know if I have nails on this. Enabled currently. Probably not. Nope. Hang on, give me a second. I think I still have it open. There you go. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Wrong one. Wrong one! There you go. Nails. You can have it now. They have nails over there, but we were using the fire emojis for like Pog and everything else. So, face looking right while nails emoji, face looking right while nails emoji. Exactly. You guys get it? Alrighty, it's the 14th. We're running. I think Jody should also be going to church, so it should be great. Lee, make me an editor for your 7TV. Alright. There you go. Nails. Mom, we have nails at home. Nails at home, nailsing. I cannot see those nails. It is a 7TV emote. Me too, please. Pardon me. I love the churchin. We love the churchin. I don't have a command for 7TV, unfortunately. I have one for BTTV, but not for 7. Oh, there's Jody. My bad. Hi, Queen. Thanks, Jody. The rhythm and sound. And back, and then we sleep. Oh, so wanna cry, but I don't care to try. One of these days, I'll share with you guys the photos that I have with this band. But for now, those will stay locked in the archive. Eee. Leave me around. Alrighty. Mail spam. Alrighty, how we're doing over here with all the... Okay, this is all clear. And then this is all clear. Testing this for reasons. Also, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. Ethan, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Still nothing? It says you're an editor. What do you mean? I thought we were back on... what the hype chat? Is that? You added me? Yeah. I was checking nails. It's still there. You still have it. Nails. It's showing up on my end that it's on. Maybe refresh, Terp. It's breaking up my bones. I wanna lie, but I don't. Don't let them add emotes, Lee. Okay. Okay. I yearn for the day you can gift specific people subs on... Yeah. Incorrect. Where is it? I had that one. I literally added it earlier. What the... Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's lowercase. I hate that. I'll have to change it. It should be uppercase O, lowercase K. But it's just lowercase. Discovering a subathon on YouTube is called a membership-a-thon. You won't catch me doing one of those over on YouTube. But they are fun. They're great. Love y'all over on YouTube. But subathon is much cooler name. Don't make me think about mod tools. That was the other thing too. Trying to figure out mod tools over on YouTube was so wild to me. What do we got in here? Crabs? Okay. Was so wild to me. Scatter TG. Oh no, Joe's here. Scatter TG. Gotta run. Gotta go. Bye. I hate you, Terp. Angry emoji. There are only 3. That's literally true. We've gotten really lucky because none of these villagers have gone to the island. Something I could tell you. It's such a roller coaster. Sun killer queen you are. No, I don't have that one. We're not letting that one in chat. I'm okay with really mad. Not the other one that you guys were just putting. Really mad. Really mad. Terp, you made me really mad. Alrighty, where's Jody? Jody! Queen Jody. Where the hell did she go? Okay. Roller coaster, I don't say no. Unless Jody's max hearts, no. Like, I need like one more gift. Maybe. Where did I lose Jody? July 1st? Is she in the community center, I wonder? Not that one. People shy, but people has to feed his family. Oh my goodness. Where is Jody? Oh, I forgot. We're not playing modded. I'm so sorry. Where the hell does Jody go? Check Pierre. I was just in there and she wasn't even, just didn't even pay attention to her. Boop, boo, doo, 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 doo. There's Penny. We'll look again. Psst, Jody. There's Caroline. Where the hell is she? Okay. Well, Jody. I don't know Jody's schedule very much. Spring, this is Monday the 15th. Mondays, where does she go? Sits in the living room? She should be in the living room. And how did I not see her in there? At 9 a.m. she should have been in the kitchen. Did she go to the island, I wonder? Yeah, she must have gone to the island. Okay. Jody, you're not getting a gift today. You can get one tomorrow. It's fine. Is this Boner Jams? No, Matsky, this is my faves playlist. OMG, a beach mommy. Wait, okay. We can go look at Jody. That's fine. This is my faves playlist. I will personally get angry and not outwardly express it. No more emoji spam. There's Sam. There she is. Hi, Jody. OMG, you're such a sweetheart. 10 hearts, let's go! We're done with Jody. Thank you, Queen. She's so cute in her bathing suit, literally. Oh my god, she's so cute. That navy 7TV. Terp, what are you doing? Okay, 3 for Caroline, 3 for Pierre. We sleep another week. Oh, why is she laugh? True. I'm helping. Okay. What year is this? I want movie theater. On a 2-year cycle. This is year 14, right? So spring, who likes this? Who loves this? Nobody. At least, okay, Caroline and Pierre like it. Pierre loves the one in summer. So we'll go to that one. This is a good song live too. Okay. Preview of me at TwitchCon. It's fine. T-Pago. What's up with the Joe / and Grimmage? Grimace statue? I don't know what you're talking about. Grimmage? Grimmage. Green cheese. Lee, make me emote guy real quick. Why Bella? What the fuck? I'm sorry, that was my swear. I'll blur it here. Yeah, I have to make Bull TG. I don't know who that guy is, but apparently I'm letting him manage my emotes. Where are the movie tickets? Edward, where are you, Edward? Regret. immediate regret, precisely. Alrighty, let me grab all of the mail. Watch your eyes. There we go. Joe, nice job pinning your own message. Sick. Here. Let's go put this in the... over here. In the silo while we wait. And then we do this. Okay. Alrighty. This should be all clear down here, right? Yeah. We're all good. Okay. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I will put the tables with these back over here. I'm gonna put them up a little bit further. Holy cow, that's so loud in my ears.
I hear the club busting out a beat. The only thing that's really caught my eye is lovely
Shawty.
She had a
Pair of apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. She had the whole club staring straight at her.
baggy
Sweats and Reeboks with the straps.
She turned
Round and gave
the
the
giant
giant
ass
a slap.
And Shawty went and hit the floor.
Next thing you know, she got real low.
Shawty had a pair of apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur, the club was looking right at her. Shawty turned around and then the next thing you know, she hit
The floor and then Shawty got real low. If we're gonna do this, at least, you know, make it a little gay, too. Oh, I guess I can turn the music back on. Thank y'all for the follows. A little bit of Weezer. This song is so horrifying. It's great. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. On the stage, hearts are running, eyes are gonna overflow. Okay, Pierre's birthday's on the 26th. Gotta remember that. Jiggling. Last one, but it's cute. It is very cute. How much we got with these two? Caroline's at 4, Pierre's at 3. Did I? Oh, it's the first gift of the week. I was like, did I not gift them yesterday? I did. We're okay. My streamer don't jiggle jiggle. She knows how to carry stream. And Joe. Oh, God. Alrighty, we're sleeping. I didn't read it. You didn't read. Got him. And sweatpants and a hair tie. His name is Joe TG19 and he never learned how to read. True.
Low, shawty got low, yeah. Low, shawty got
Shawty got low, she hit the floor. She hit the floor. Let me sing it
Armadillos keep digging, armadillos keep digging holes in my backyard, in my backyard.
It's a pineapple. It's just a pineapple. Sheesh. Sheesh. Sheesh.
Armadillos keep digging little holes in my backyard.
See, this was funny when you guys did this to Joe.
Armadillos,
Because
armadillos
Joe
keep digging
couldn't hear it.
little holes in my
Like-
backyard. Little holes in my backyard. Armadillos keep digging.
That's enough.
Armadillos keep digging. Armadillos keep digging.
Not the armadillos. That's enough of the armadillos. How many armadillos are there? You lost your privileges. Oh, you lost your privileges. Scam. That I had nothing to do with that? Okay, it's still gonna go. It's just gonna go for the majority of the rest of this. I literally just muted the sound. Armadillo party. There you go. We're good now. It's chilled. I forgot I can just walk in here. Bitch, I'm a bisexual. True. True. Armadillo party. I love that emote. It's fantastic. Listen, baby. Alrighty, you ready? Living at. Alrighty, here we go. Look at that. So much fiber, holy cow. We're gonna get it. Maybe. Also, I came to the island just so that I could go to so I can go to the nut room. Because, you know, we need to go to the nut room to grab everything. Sometimes you just have to yell at the world. You have to yell and scream at the world. I have huge. Precisely. No. No. Mods. Dark side. Anger. angry. I love that. Is she? I love that Widely is cool with us trolling Joe in her chat. Yeah. That's fine with me. Absolutely. Alrighty. Carolyn, where you at? Alrighty, we're coming back on the 26th. It's confusing now because this was your stream earlier. Okay, there you go. I don't need to do this. Pardon me. Go to sleep. Going to the 26th. It's Pierre's birthday. Was Lee on the phone earlier? Yeah, you called me while I was literally in the bathroom, Devin. I was like, wow. Should I answer this right now? I did. I thought something went wrong and Jess wasn't around, so that's why. That's I'm a great friend. Lee, what is this song? The one that's currently playing? Oxygen by Mr. Wives. You said hello? Yeah. Why is that cow angry? Oh. It's too good of a friends. I try my best. I thought you needed something really badly. Oh, it's the 24th. What am I doing? I still need the 26th. Where I wanna be. I'm right where I wanna be. Thanks, no problem. Oxygen by Mr. Wives. It's a great song. He was already in emergency response mode. Listen, I saved this marathon once today. I didn't need to save it again. I was already in panic stress mode from earlier. Alrighty, this is Pierre's. This is I'm ready to scream this song out loud. Yeah, the voices that features on the bathrooms. Cut on the weather. Give up on my fast cause I've too many times seen a crisis in caskets. I wanna get better. Park with I was living my mind because the love that I gave. Wasting on your nice face. I love the song, me too. Okay. I've always been Wide Bella. I wanna get better. Better. I wanna get better. Oh, you know what? Let's switch it up. Let's give Caroline a different color. Feeling of an 18-year-old that didn't know what lost was. Now I'm a stranger. I wanna get better. Better, better, better. Can we get a quest for Caroline? Willie. Okay. This is my favorite song. Tori, this is your favorite song? No flipping way. This is one of my favorite songs. I love Bleachers so much. I love Bleachers. Bleachers is my favorite band. I said this is my alarm every morning, so I have a good start to the day. Oh, I can't do that because then otherwise I will grow to hate it. So I don't do that, but I'm glad. Jake, thank you for gifting a sub to Tori. How the life's from the darkness, set to get better. Okay, we got 3. We got 6 with Pierre, 4 with Caroline. No, I don't want that. Alrighty. We're scrolling. Trying our best here. Do we have more spicy eel or no? What do we need this for? Anything? Okay, I can turn this down a little bit. Somebody's one. And it's not the mind-numbing Carl version? No, it's not. I just like Weezer. I wanna go get butter. Okay, alrighty. Oh, Desert Trader. Take all of these, thank you. Thank you. That's enough for now. Okay. We're sleeping till next week. And then we gift twice. And then we try to go to the luau because we can. We keep checking the quest boards for a Caroline one, perhaps. And then we should be good. She's a runner. She's a track star. Another owl? Holy cow. Another owl? Where is she? Owlie. Also, I'm eating this for speed. Another land urchin? Okay, I'm killing this one. Sorry. There's 2 land urchins up here, don't worry. There's 2 land urchins up here! I left 2 of them! Thank you. They're here, don't worry. Thank God you killed that one. The farm is so clean out, yeah. The potential, there's a lot more over there! But one... Sorry, I needed to put the owls together. I need space, thank you for clearing. I cleared a lot. Quite a bit. We got, I think, is this enough, Scotty? You let me know. That was my emotional support lurchin. Put it back. Oh, wait, it was important to lead chat. My bad. Put it back. Oops. Okay, I am going to... Wait, is the summer one the one that Pierre likes? The movie theater? Summer Pierre. Cool. Cool. What else does Pierre like from the movie theater? Okay, cool. Say it ain't so. Nice. That's enough. There we go. This is the skin of the lurchin killer! No, not the lurchin killer, please! No! Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. This is the English version. I'm changing it to the other version. There we go. Who we got? Willie? Okay.
Bitch, I'm a bisexual.
That I am. You're right. A 20-something lurchin killer? Okay. It resets tomorrow. I forgot about that. Hey, guess what it is? It's still Wrath Month, so. A 20-something lurchin killer. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh, is this the Pierre cutscene? Yeah, it is. Found Pierre's secret stash. Hey, who's in the bedroom? What? How did you find that? Quick, give it to me. Thanks, I appreciate that. Just forget you ever saw this, okay? And I'll just forget that you were snooping around in my bedroom. I didn't see anything. Sorry. It was the lyrics to the song. It's okay, Petra, don't worry. It's okay, it's okay. They made it's okay. It's all good. It won't get deleted again. The Vaughn's note now. You're good. Cause this song is in another language. For anyone that is curious. It was a Eurovision song. There you go. Alrighty, we're going to the movie theater with Pierre tomorrow. Did someone say dance? Yeah. Spreading of the weeds? Where are the spreading of the weeds? Over here. She had Farrah Fawcett hair. Alrighty. Okay, we have those there. I'm going to go to the town. I gotta look at what's over here. And then I think I might also go to the island to check what those quests are. Because we needed, it would be good to do that as well too. At least one. I might try her one. Panic was my favorite band for the longest time. Bleachers recently took it over. Because Brendan Urie. But, you know. I want the Caroline quest for all of the pineapples. Hey guys, what's going on? We'll stay down, let the love ring. Yeah. Willie, open up! Hey guys, what's going on? Twin Atlantic and Neon Trees, back to back. All great bands. Hey guys, what's going on? Alrighty.
It's just a pineapple.
Pineapple! This album is 7 years old? That's scary, because this came out my senior year of high school.
Bitch, I'm a bisexual.
True. You know it. That's my vibe. Seeing plenty of bad choices in my free time? Fair. Fair. Understandable. Alrighty, over here. Don't want that. Do we have prismatic shards? No thanks. No, they're just the same. Do we have prismatic shards? How many do we have? One. Not doing that. Not doing that, because I'm not going to be the one to go and find them. I thought at least one Prizzy somewhere. We need 4. No. No thanks. Can I get the Junimo cart one? Like the 50k? I can do the 50k. Because that's not bad. If we did, then Mallory would probably trashed them. Uh-oh. You can? What do you mean you can? You're being flamed for what? For what? Can she what? For what? I don't know what you... Do JK? Can she? Yes, I beat Junimo Cart. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to the movie theaters with Pierre. I'll see you later. Hey guys, what's going on? Copium, holy? Doubt it? Listen, give me a second. Oh, this is the wrong one. Those are not the right movies. Uh-oh. Well, at least he likes it. What's the other one? Okay, so it's The Journey of the Prairie King. I got this wrong. Who likes The Journey of the Prairie King? Of course, Caroline loves this one. Okay. I'll take Caroline next time. Okay. Alrighty, Pierre. What do you want to eat? Star Drop Sorbet. Cool. Sure. Thanks to doubt. I will do it after I riz up Caroline. Bye, Tori. On the dusty old trail once again, we find Prairie King watching over a wagon trail full of valuable treasure. But unbeknownst to our hero, the evil outlaw is watching from a nearby cliff. At last! I'll do away with that self-righteous sheriff and make off with the treasure. I deserve it. Pierre seems to be having a good time. Pierre is really enjoying his Star Drop sorbet. Whoops. Draw, cowboy. Whoops. I can't do whoops. Looks like this avalanche is headed straight for the wagon train. The Prairie King hears a faint rumbling in the distance. Look! Bam! Thinking quickly, he fired. But what's this? Water's flying everywhere. Slomp, slomp. He's done it again. The thick mud stops the avalanche in its trap. The wagon train is saved. The end. Here's a faint rumbling in the distance. Time to go. Pierre, what'd you think of the movie? Damn, me and Pierre are besties. Pierre is at 8 hearts. Let's go. Hi, Jess. I'm trying my best to make my way through here. Alrighty, sleep till next week. And then we take Caroline to the movies with us. Hey, Jess, what's going on? Look away, we're behaving. Definitely. Heard you got 3 villagers for this segment? Yeah, I did. Oh, goodness. I did. Because Devin couldn't get the job done, apparently. So, you know, I had to step up. Alrighty, Sunday. Unsubbed. Oopsies. My bad. We're behaving. Is this the one that I want? What do you make with the coconut? Now we're styling. Hell yeah. Look at that fit. My streamer don't jiggle jiggle. She knows how to carry when Devin throws. Let's go. My streamer don't jiggle jiggle. She knows. Okay. I have this. Let me do this real fast since we're here. Mines. I gotta do this at the same time too. I didn't want to go here. I want 55. I was doing this earlier. No. 65. Any ghosties? No. 75. No. Just joined. Heart check. Heart check is Pierre is at 8. Caroline is at, I want to say 5. That is true. Devin did great. He did great. We appreciate the organization. Because now I do know where stuff is. My friends and I have been enjoying it and even started our own attempt. It's much harder than it looks. Dev, that's very kind of you to say. I really appreciate it. No, keep roasting. It builds thick skin. Oh, we gotta be nice to Devin. Thick skin like a boar. This is the skin of a boar, Bella. Sorry. The skin of a killer. This is the skin of a boar, Bella. Instead of a killer. Always. Wide Ward? Oh. I was trying to figure out what that one was. White Cowboy? Holy cow. Carry me home. Alrighty, Pierre. I'm coming, buddy. Caroline, I'm coming. Time to riz everybody up. Yes, it is your all-time favorite. I know that. Abigail, pardon me. Trying to find your mom. I don't feel like going to the movies again just yet. Jeez, okay. Lee, just stop the run. I can't seem to see you like that. Like this. It's clear your heart is not in it. Just go back to throwing, please. It's your true calling. And you seem so much more passionate about it, White Cowboy. True. I will. But I don't want to leave Scotty with having to riz up 3 people at the same time. Hey guys, what's going on? I will not go. Alrighty. To the mines for a little bit. We gotta also help out Scotty. With as many of these as we can. Jenny, who can I turn to? Why are you riding the dog? Lee, did you see the name of the horse? I did. I did. I saw it. It was very cute. Teared up a little. Nice. I'm gonna leave that fish dancing. Wait, someone clip it? That's the new dance emote. Why you ride dog? Do you not have horse where you live? Some people don't even have dog yet. You ride? We like to party. Unfortunately, not Lee's number. That's what you think. We like to party. I want to say, Jenny, don't check your number. I need to make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number. 8675309. 8675309. No ghosts. Time to leave. I got it. I got it. I got your number on the wall. Y'all, Lee's number is... How could you expose my phone number like that, Jess? Oh my god. Ooh, hi, Caroline. Oh, hey, cut it out. We're letting you live here free of charge until you finish school. It seems like you don't appreciate that at all. Stop trying to make me feel guilty. I appreciate that you and Dad are helping me out, but expecting me to dress the way you want is ridiculous. I'm not a little girl anymore, Mom. You're right. I'm sorry. Is someone there? I swear, this house is haunted. Yikes. Eee. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome on in. My garden is happy today. Me too. See you there, Caroline. Let's go to the movie theater. Alrighty, what does Caroline like at the movie theater? Stay for a little bit longer so I can just look at that thing. Let's see. She does like truffle popcorn. Let's do that. Alrighty, to the theater. Okay, listen, I've already acted this one out. I don't think we need to do it again. So I'm just gonna click through. It is the same movie again. Encore, encore. Journey of the Prairie King, the motion picture. On the dusty old trail again, we find Prairie King watching over a wagon train full of valuable treasure. But unbeknownst to our hero, the evil outlaw is watching from a nearby cliff. At last, I'll do away with that self-righteous sheriff and make off with the treasure. I deserve it. I hope the poor little guy will be okay. Oh, that's Caroline, sorry. Caroline is absolutely enthralled. My bad, I didn't change the accent. Caroline is really enjoying her truffle popcorn. Whoops. Looks like this avalanche is headed straight for the wagon train. The Prairie King hears a faint rumbling in the distance. Look. Thinking quickly, he fires a shot. But what's this? Water's flying everywhere. Slarp, slarp. He's done it again. The thick mud stops the avalanche in its tracks. The wagon train is saved. You're welcome. What was Caroline's favorite movie? 7 out of 10. All right, let's go, Caroline. Pierre is at 9. Caroline is at 7 because we didn't have a birthday with her. Yeehaw, cousin. No. Run along, little doggy. Alrighty. We got the luau. And then we're, We get to see what else is up. Just want you to. One more day. Alrighty. How much of the... We have 13 solar essences. Okay. Oh no, I came in, I need a crop or something. Nowhere to go. Which one is crops? This is food. Oh, you got me. A golden melon, that works, right? No sleeping. Lee, you're literally in charge. Nobody would get mad at you if you sleep a bunch. Me giving everybody permission to sleep a whole year if they were too far from birthdays. Sip. Well. Well. I'm just gonna take Caroline to the movie theater like 50 times. And I think that'll work out for me. And then for the rest of this, I'm gonna grind out void essences so that Terp doesn't have to do so much work. Hi, Kate. Welcome on in. Is there a mushroom cave on Ginger Island? I think so. There should be. There should be a solar essence too, at least for Scotty. What is in that chest at the top? Time to leave. Good one, Devin. Funny. Loot it? Yeah, I probably will for at least red mushrooms for So you're gonna get the living hat before the raid, right? I think so, definitely. Let's party it up. Okay, and then we'll sleep until Sunday again, and then we keep gifting twice, Sunday, Monday, and then go from there. Alrighty. Here we go. It's luau time. Things going on in my mind. Taking over my life a second time. Took a little while to recognize, and a good soup. Good soup. Good soup. Okay, sleep until Sunday? Well, actually, let me sleep until Monday instead of Sunday. Because on Monday, I'm going to go check all the quests. Not giving up again. Song on the last 3 minutes. Off my phone, so won't you call it up for me? Wide soup. Wide soup. Good soup. Good soup. Thank you for the 25 bits, Jake. I appreciate it. Not giving it up. Alright, we got anything good? No, the same ones. Nice. It is Adam Driver, Kate. That is who it is. Same guy. Too bad I don't have any warp totems to the island. So, budget Keanu Reeves. Adam Driver. You don't have to put on the red lights. Those days are over. Come on, Willie, open up your front door. Walk the streets for money. It's wrong or if it's right. Roxanne. It's so good. I love this song. It's one of my faves. Roxanne. Roxanne. Rockers. Oh, goodness. Any rockers in chat? No, I don't want either of these. They're supposed to reset on Monday, aren't they? One second. Will Lee read this prediction? Sus. I read chat. Wait, are we doing perfection too? No. I also watched my 2 Caroline cutscenes and my 1 Pierre cutscene. So, we're good there. Hello, Caroline. You're giving this to me? Yeah. W Riz, I think I'm at, that's 10 with Pierre? Hell yeah! Alrighty, Caroline is at 8 hearts now. Terp requested it. Added by ATSL. Oh, okay. But Terp requested it, that's why. Caroline! My girl. Truffle popcorn. Alrighty, let's go to the theater again! I'm just gonna click through this time. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it, I promise. Hey guys. What's going on? Hey guys, what's going on? Journey of the Prairie King, the motion picture. On the dusty old trail, once again, we find Prairie King watching over a wagon train full of valuable treasure. But unbeknownst to our hero, the evil outlaw is watching from a nearby cliff. At last, I'll do away with that self-righteous sheriff and make off with the treasure. I deserve it. There's a Joel in my boot. How many times? 3. This is number 3. Whoops! Looks like this avalanche is headed straight for the wagon train. Okay, now I'm done.
Bitch, I'm a bisexual.
True, you're right. Also, hi Rachel, happy birthday. There's a Joel in my boot. Let him Joel. Okay. Come on, Caroline. Let me talk to you. How was the movie? What'd you think? Queen? Where you going? W Riz. Where is she? Where's my queen? 9! Let's go! Down and laugh when you cried these times, and I still don't know how I even survived hard times. Hard times. Nice. Crank this one up. Hell yeah. It's one of the funkiest songs I love. Purple Mushroom. Iridium quality, let's go. I just asked, I can leave. I don't know if I can take you seriously these days. Oh, suddenly everything changed. Place. The outside looking in. But I really need. Hey guys, what's going on? You can't seem to get up your mind. I told you I really mind. If you never try, it's true. Sigh. Holy copper. I don't know if I can say much more than that we say. Hey guys, what's going on? Side looking in. Saying that I really meant. To make up your mind. Okay, it's Caroline gifting time. Give me 1 second. Lee, can you beat JK? I have beaten JK. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it today, but I will play at least 1 round of JK once I riz up Caroline. Copium, holy! I have beaten JK. Doesn't mean that I'll be able to do it again. But I have beaten JK. I really meant. 10 hearts, let's go! We're done, baby! That's 3! Alright, where's this Junimo cart machine? And then I'm gonna decorate this house. Where's the JK machine? It was in the child's bedrooms. Oh, it's over here now. Alrighty, endless mode first? Or progress mode? Endless and then progress? Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Endless. Okay. Is this Habs? I'm gonna beat JK? I'm not gonna beat JK. I said I wasn't. Picked up a corner and I just saw my face. I get a redo on that one. No! Okay. It's fine. Progress mode. Moving on. Progress mode. Ba-na-na-na-na. Everybody's changing. I saw stuff rearranging. Picked up a corner and I just saw a face. This feeling isn't over. Hey, I know I was lost, but I miss those days. Hey, I know. Yes, I did. Don't worry, Beeps. I did Jody too. I wanna trust to make things right, but if the juncture works, the words come to life. Who does she think she is? First, I think you scattered me. One light and one more time. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, but sweeter. One night, yeah, one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. It tastes like you, but sweeter. Forward to the future. My sight is going bad in Kiss Crystal Ball. And it's all that's after you except for. And you look into the past one night stand. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. It tastes like you, but sweeter. One night, yeah, one more time. Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. It tastes like you, but sweeter. I'm only think in the form of crunching numbers in hotel rooms, connecting paychecks of lovers. My mind gets you out of those clothes. To the moon. One night and one more time. Great. That's mean. Tastes like you, but sweeter. Yeah, one more time. Thanks for the memories. Tastes like you, but sweeter. Oh. Is Scotty live? I would assume so, right? Okay, oops. That's fine. I'll take a death there. Oh, it's got my favorite song lyric right here. Jeez. Am I more than you bargained for yet? I've been dying to tell you everything you wanna hear, 'cause that's just who I am this week, lying in bed next to the mausoleum. You're just a notch in your bedpost, but you're just a line in the song. Stop a heart, make a name. Sleeping for the wrong team. Around sugar, we're going down swinging. Number one with the bullet. A loaded con complex, cock it and pull it. We're going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down. I just fell right off the edge there. Loaded god complex, cock it and pull it. Is this more than you bargained for yet? I've Honey, I'm watching YouTube from the closet, wishing to be the friction in your sheets. You're welcome. The correct lyrics. Bad pose, but you're just a line in the song. Sorry. We're gonna die to that boulder. Oops. That's fine. Skill issue, you're right. Loaded God complex, cock it and pull it. Sugar, we're going down, swing it. I don't know what you just saw. Sugar, just going down, swinging. Be a number one with a bullet. A loaded God complex, cock it and pull it. Oh, where are we? Okay, it's 54. We've already rizzed up our people. There's no hay in there? Holy cow. Why can't they get out of the barn? Go get yourself some of your own hay. Holy cow. Here, I will... Let me do this. I'm gonna drop those in there. Said she's so good. Starts, but I'm not. Also, we will be raiding out here in a little bit. But I have a feeling that somebody renamed these. Not the Billy Five! Hey, love, you've got about 5 minutes left to wrap up your day and get ready to wrap up the file. Thank you so much for participating. Wow, Nia. Wow. Participant voice. Hey, guys, what's going on? Dongle? That's Devin. Okay. Alrighty. We are at 10 hearts. We have Caroline. We've got Pierre done. We also rizzed up Jody at the same time. We're good to go. Yeah. Alrighty. One more for the memes. One more for the memes. We were close, though. And then I will wrap it up and hand it over to Scotty. Oops, I didn't mean to dodge that fruit. My bad. This is the way we are. I just did not jump high enough for that one. That's fine. Nice. And there we go. I was not meant to play Junimo Kart. Just standing up, tearing you apart.
Bitch, I'm a bisexual.
True. Absolute facts out here. Absolute facts out here. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy hanging out with Scotty, aka Owl Squire, who's gonna hang out with the wizard and do some fun other stuff at the same time. And I will catch you all tomorrow. My name is Lee. For anyone that does not know me, hi. I hope you've all enjoyed this whole thing. If you want to find more events from my love that for me. Hi. There we go. If you're looking for more events, you can check out STV Collab from Jess and I, as well as many other lovely creators that help us with them because we don't do them alone. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your night. I will be live tomorrow if you enjoyed the vibes. I do a lot of speed running around here, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Have fun with Scotty. Our raid message is just those 3 fire emojis. Just do that. Just drop those in Scotty's chat, okay? There you go. Alrighty. Have a wonderful rest of your night, wonderful rest of your day, and goodbye!